Welcome to Hollywood Deli. I'm your host, Blue. So listen, we're going to talk about some more Sister Wives. We're looking at some more clips from Senior Perspective. Check out her channel. She's is real informative, and I really like this lady. So anyway, in this clip, she talks about how Robyn met Cody, according to Robyn. Now, we got to take what Robyn says with a grain of salt because, granted, it is her experience. Robyn, she is a liar and has been caught in a lot of lies. And so in this clip, she talks about Robyn's motives and how she just seemingly happens to be in the right place at the right time. And that seems to be what happens with this whole meeting of Cody because it's been really, the story has been really mucky because TLC has their version, Robyn has her version, Cody has his version, and the other sister wives have their version. So let's get into it.
This kind of sounds familiar. All right. So this is how, according to Robyn, Cody and Robyn met. According to Robyn, after her divorce was finalized,
I doubt that.
take that as you will, maybe true, maybe not. According to Robyn, after her divorce is finalized, she decides to go visit her cousin Reba, who lives in Lehi, Utah. Oh, what a coincidence. That's where the Brown family lives. She visits Reba, and on Sunday of that weekend, she goes to Reba's church with her. Wouldn't you know? It's the same church the Brown family goes to. I just can't even. She goes on to say she happened to see this man with shaggy blonde hair who caught her attention and made her all excited.
She came to that church to meet Cody. She came to that church to meet the sister wives because she heard through the grapevine that they were getting a show. And also, this cousin Reba was really good friends with the Brown family.
No idea who he was.
That's a lie.
Now, mind you, well known fact at this time that the family had done some pilots and were shopping it out to find a buyer for a reality TV show. Church wasn't so happy. I think they knew. This is a sinking ship, it's just a matter of time. It did take 14 years to completely burn down, but TLC was smart enough to know a sinking ship is exactly what we want to put on television. Okay, so Robyn claims that she saw this guy, that was the end of it. Okay, the story doesn't jive because when you read it in the book, it says that this man was sitting in front of her, and then later on in the service, she had to get up and go to the bathroom and pass him. I mean, call me crazy. Most churches don't have their bathrooms located up by the sanctuary in the altar.
Exactly. Call bullshit. She got up and walked past Cody to catch his eye. She knew that he was a polygamist and that they're always seeking wives. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. And so she positioned herself so that he would see her because at the time Robyn was younger and she was thinner. She was 10 years younger than these other women, and she's a hell of a lot thinner than them. At least Christine and Janelle. Mary was very thin when she met Robyn. So that's why she was a favorite. Like he always tries to sell this story about how he liked his women curvy and thick, blah blah blah. But yet it always happens that he marries and favorites, which is Robyn and Mary, the thinner wives. And the thicker ones not so much. They got the short end of the stick always. So it was just BS. I think it was his way of trying to look good to the audience and trying to make it seem like he didn't favor Robyn and her body type. But we knew it was BS.
Usually in the back of the church, or just exit the church and go down another hallway in that. So,
Right.
found it very interesting. Something doesn't make sense with that. Well, let's just go on. Lots of lies. Many, many lies in this book. So, Robyn's divorce is official, according to her.
Right.
She decides to visit a cousin of hers for the weekend, 4 hours away. She drove for 4 hours for the weekend to see her friend.
And here's the thing. She drove 4 hours to see this so-called friend, right? with 3 young children. She didn't drive 4 hours to see the friend. She drove 4 hours for an opportunity to meet Cody and to get into this family because Robyn has always wanted to be famous, always wanted to be on, TV, wanted to meet Oprah, which happened via this show. She's always wanted to be on reality TV. And when she hears that this family is uh, what would I say, the vessel to her dreams, she went all for it and she invested a lot of time, as you'll see.
And then drove 4 hours back home. Was she trying to meet Cody Brown then? Was she using Reba?
Yep.
Oh my goodness! So she could be hands off? Not me, it's Reba. Well, guess what? She writes in her book that 1 month later, she decides to visit Reba again. 1 month later, she's got 3 small kids at home to take care of. She is a single mom now, and she decides again, a few weeks later, to drive 4 hours to visit a cousin Reba. She must really love this cousin. If I had a cousin that lived 4 hours away, I'd visit him about maybe once a year. I mean, it's a cousin. It's not a sister or a brother. But okay, 4 weeks later, back down she goes. Now, miraculously, on the day she was getting ready to drive back, probably Sunday afternoon, she was outside of Reba's house, just happened to be on the front lawn. Because that's where everybody hangs out and socializes. Apparently there were other people there too, friends of Reba's, I guess. Bunch of people hanging out on the front lawn of the house. When suddenly, the shaggy blonde-haired guy and Mary happened to just pull up. And according to Mary in the book, she writes, around the time that Cody and I were suffering through this low point in our marriage, we decided to take a drive together. It was a particularly good day for us as we had been working on improving the relationship and the communication between us. We were passing by our friend Reba's house.
They're just passing by.
And stopped in to say hello. A young woman.
Bullshit. They knew that Robyn was going to be there. The friend probably told Mary, who was looking for another wife for him, because that's how Mary reels him back in, is by being the bait, as he says, to get him more women. That's how she's being the quote unquote favorite, and that's how she has repaired her relationship with Cody. Well, unbeknownst to her, not repaired, diluted, according to Cody. He had to dilute the relationship with other wives. And she just so happened to be out front and just hanging at Reba's when they pulled up. Bullshit. Reba knew that Robyn was trying to get a hold of this family, and she helped her, as a good cousin would do. Her cousin was broke and needed a man, and why not find a potential in Cody, who has this show, and we all know at the time, well, I guess this is 13 years ago, reality TV was booming, it was like really lucrative. So she wanted parts.
Reba's cousin, was outside loading her children into a van in order to drive back home to southern Utah. She drove her kids 4 hours, all 3 of them, in the car, just to see Reba.
Listen to that. She drove in total 4 hours there, 4 hours back, 2 times to meet this man. The 8 hour, 16 hours in total to meet this man. She was invested in Cody, and she knew that he was a good investment, and more than what she had going on, because she was on welfare, unemployed. So she had all the time in the world to chase after a man.
Those kids spent 8 hours in the car so she could see Reba. Or was it Reba? Or was it
No.
her trying to see Cody again? I don't know if the kids were there the first time
Cody.
she went down. Doesn't say. It doesn't say either way. But 1 month later, 3 kids in tow,
Yep.
another 4 hours north from St. George up to Lehi, Utah, to see Reba.
Great gal.
And then coincidentally, this Reba must be amazing. She comes back a few weeks later again because Reba's church was having a dance. Okay.
Still think they're just passing by?
Do we think Reba is at all involved in all of this?
Absolutely.
Was this all Reba's idea? I don't think so.
No,
I
Robyn
think that
put her up to
Robyn
it.
found out about the television show. Maybe Reba even shared that with her in the past. Hey, we have this family here. Gonna be on a television show. I want to meet this guy. And suddenly Robyn, in a couple of weeks, is driving 4 hours to see this incredible woman cousin of hers. She had no other friends or cousins or relatives or anybody to hang out with in St. George, Utah. Or anywhere nearby St. George, Utah. Or anywhere closer than a 4-hour drive to go see the cousin. Odd.
Something about your story seems fishy.
It seems clear to me that Robyn was using Reba to do her dirty work so that it looked like it was just a coincidence that they happened to run into each other.
Right. And that's exactly what I've been getting to. Robyn always finds someone to do her dirty work. She used Reba to get to Cody so that she could put her fangs into him. And she used Mary to gain favor with Cody. And she also knew that Mary was the favorite. And so she needed to get close to Mary because the other sister wives were rejecting her. They weren't as accepting. And then she knew that Mary wanted Cody's approval. So Cody was really smitten with Robyn. So Mary made sure to play nice with Robyn and do anything that Robyn wanted her to do. And Cody wanted her to do because she wanted to be accepted. She wanted to be a part of the in crowd because she muddied the waters with Christine and Janelle in the way that she treated them and their children. And so they wanted nothing to do with her, and still to this day. And so she also used McKelty to do her dirty work when she had McKelty send a text message to the other kids that she wanted nothing to do with them. She had them do her dirty work. And then with the catfish situation, her friend all of a sudden inserts herself in the situation, supposedly, and Robyn had nothing to do with it, but yet you were listening to this information that this friend was giving and you were giving it to Cody. I believe that she and Cody concocted a plan to catfish Mary, like I said, and because it was such a coincidence that this catfish wanted to speak to her about the business that Robyn proposed, My Sister Wives Closet. Come on now. Anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.